I'm going to teach you all the ins and outs of using and caring for your cast iron skillet. Now we're still going to have to season them, but I do like to go ahead and get a jump start on that by buying the ones that are pre-seasoned. Seasoning the pan simply means baking in a few layers of fat. This will help create a natural non-stick coating and will help deliver flavor into your future dishes. I'll start by showing you the initial way to season your pan right after you buy it, even if you buy a seasoned pan. First step is to give it a wash. Just kidding. Don't ever put your cast iron skillet in your dishwasher. You'll want to scrub it down lightly with a mild brush or sponge and a little bit of gentle dish detergent. Next, we'll dry it with a towel and then we will dry it even further on the stovetop. Next, set it over a low flame just to remove any excess moisture. Next, turn off the heat and rub it down with some oil. A good choice here is grapeseed, flaxseed, or I just simply use a vegetable oil. You'll want to rub it around really well on the inside and outside after it cools down a bit. All you need is about a teaspoon of oil. Once you've rubbed out all the excess and it's all evenly coated, we're going to place it in the oven upside down so that no other oil or residual moisture acquires down at the bottom at 400 degrees for about 45 minutes. You'll want to set down another sheet tray or maybe some foil in case any oil or crusty bits drip onto the bottom so you don't catch your oven on fire. You can repeat that process 2 or 3 times to get you a nice base seasoning coat. Here's the baked, seasoned skillet ready to use. You do not have to repeat this process every time you cook in your cast iron skillet, and I think that's what intimidates a lot of people. I'll show you how to do just normal everyday care after we cook. Now let's get cooking in the cast iron. First and foremost, you want to preheat your cast iron skillet. This is the mistake I think a lot of people make. You want to get your cast iron skillet nice and hot. A good way to do that is in the oven. That way you don't get any hot spots that might be on your stove. It gets evenly heated. I just like to get mine started on the stove while I prep my other ingredients. We've got our skillet nice and heated, and I'm going to show you just how non-stick these skillets can be. See what I mean? You don't need to buy those $200 fancy coated non-stick skillets. I swear I could get by with a cast iron skillet and a Dutch oven. My absolute favorite part about cooking in a cast iron skillet is the crust that it makes when you sear foods. It delivers so much flavor, even browning, it's just perfection. The main thing to remember when you sear things in your cast iron skillet is to wait. Have patience and wait until it naturally releases from the skillet itself. Also, a good thing to remember is that you don't need a lot of fat. A small amount of oil is all you need to sear well. See what I'm talking about? This is why this is one of my best friends in the kitchen, and it works great with chicken, pork, or fish. The even heat distribution in a cast iron skillet makes for great results with baked goods. I love using a cast iron skillet for things like cinnamon rolls or biscuits because you can place them around and they can crawl up the sides, making them rise evenly. You can see it comes right out. Again, no fancy non-stick bakeware needed. I mean, it's perfectly cooked. Can't resist. We've done the cooking, now it's time for cleaning. We don't have to go through that whole process when you first season your pan, but you do want to keep it nice and seasoned. I like to clean it while it's still warm because everything just comes off the bottom easier. First, be sure and wipe out any big chunks or grease left in the pan. And then warm water should just do the trick here. If you want to use a little gentle soap, you can. Be sure you dry it really well. You can place it over the burner again just to get all the excess moisture out. And then give it one final wipe with a little more oil inside and outside. And then when it comes time to store it in your cabinet, I like to place a piece of paper towel down, especially if you're going to stack your pans so that they don't scratch. So now you have everything you need to cook and clean and store your cast iron skillet. If you found this video helpful or learned something new, give us a like and subscribe. And don't forget to turn on your notifications so you keep up with all things, all recipes. See you next time.